Hey yogis, thanks for joining me. My name is Jamie. I am excited you're here. Thank you for watching the video. We're gonna do some yoga tonight. About 45 minutes or so worth. Just take it at your own pace. Be kind to yourself. Rest if you need to. I think that's all the great advice I have right now. So with that being said, we are going to start out in child's pose. You can stay up super high, keeping your glutes lifted and bringing your forehead down to your block. You can sit your glutes back on your heels and bring your forehead to a block. You can take your knees wide and come back. Your choice, whatever is feeling comfortable and good to you. Maybe there's a little bit of organic movement that happens before you settle. Maybe you take a couple of big deep breaths. I like to take my time and be very mindful of how I set my body down. And then when you're ready, find your breath. Big breath in. Exhale all the way out. And again, big breath in. Exhale all the way out. Inhale. And exhale. And a couple more times. Big breath in. Really expand through your torso. Exhale out. And then one more time. Big breath in. Exhale all the way out. Inhale, lift up slightly. Walk your hands over to the right. And settle. See if you can go far enough that you can get a stretch through the through the left side of your body. We are moving to the right. See if you can get a stretch or sensation through the left side body. Breathe here. And then on your next inhale, rise up. Walk it back to center. Pause here for just a moment. Move your glutes a little bit from left to right. Maybe a little bit of hitting your feet if they're feeling a little like they're starting to lose some of their feeling. You can curl your toes under and then head back and we'll walk it over to the left. Little bit of stretch in that right side body, or in my case, a lot of stretch in that right side body. Try to settle. Don't be afraid to open mouth and sigh it out. Let it go. Release. Let that breath, let that exhale be your physical release of your emotions of the day, of the feelings that have been welling up. And then inhale, come back to center. And again, gently press those glutes back towards your heels. Maybe you wiggle a little bit from left to right. And then on your next inhale, rise up to all fours. Take those wrists under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. Inhale to your cow pose. Hold it here. See if you can feel that stretch in your low belly. Maybe you can feel that in your low back. Exhale, cat. Again, same thing. See if you can stay here for a moment. Feel the sensation in your shoulders. Inhale, cow. Lift up out of your body. Lift up out of your body. Exhale, cat. Press the floor away from you. Inhale, cow pose. Curl those toes under to walk your glutes back to your heels. Find the intensity that you can handle. Okay, so maybe walk back farther, 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 farther. How far can you go? Be gentle, be kind, honor your body. We aren't here for any other reason than to find space, to make room, to breathe, to find those poses that work the best for your body. And then on your next inhale, come up, bring the tops of your feet to the mat, reach your arms all the way up to the ceiling, and then exhale back to your child's pose again. Release those glutes to your heels, release your forehead down, breathe deep. Don't be afraid to wiggle. Find movement. One more breath. And then again, on your next inhale, come up to all fours. We're going to curl our toes under, but this time we're going to exhale up and back, downward facing dog. Fingers are spread wide. Actively push into the thumbs and the base of the pointer fingers. Turn the insides of your elbows forward slightly. Lift those sits bones high. And even if you are just overwhelmed with the need to pedal out your heels, try to pause, try to break that pattern and hold your downward facing dog. Check in with the sensations along the backs of your legs. Breathe deep up into the hamstrings where they attach under those glute muscles. Let it go with a big open mouth exhale. And then inhale, bring your gaze up to your thumbs. And exhale, walk your feet forward up to your hands. Plant your feet. See if you can get your arms straight underneath you. Actively press your palms to the floor. Don't worry if you have to bend your knees. That's just fine. And then slide on up to your fingertips touching the mat. So we're in a monkey pose. Draw your core in strong and tight into your spine. Take those arms out to the side. Circle sweep them up to the ceiling. Interlace your fingers if you can. Take a hinge to the right, half moon to the right. Actively plant both feet into the earth. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Open that right side body. Inhale, center. Separate your hands. Lift your sternum and your gaze up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, swan dive with intention. Every part of your body as you release to your forward fold. We'll be here for about 3 breaths, so feel free to grab a hold of opposite elbows, wrap your hands around your legs, or just release your hands to blocks or to the floor, whatever is going to suit your fancy tonight. And breathe here. Let your head go. On that next exhale, go ahead and release your hands to the earth. And we'll inhale, step that right foot back into a warrior 1. Okay, that right foot is planted, the toes are angled out just slightly. I want you to act like you're standing on a railroad track instead of balancing beam. Bend that left knee, inhale, reach those arms straight up to the ceiling, shoulders away from the ears. Keep that right hip holding forward. Warrior 1 can be a very subtle pose. You remember for years and years thinking, this does nothing. And you know, for a long time though, I did yoga because I needed it to do something. I wanted to feel something. I wanted to feel like I was working out. And so Warrior 1 was not it for me at all. Until I realized and I got a little older. That's no offense to my younger self. It's just different. The subtleties of Warrior One. So, drawing those hips forward, taking my pelvis, the front of it here, pulling it back a little bit, or pointing your tailbone to the floor. That pull on the front of that right leg. And then the other thing I've noticed with Warrior One is there tends to be this drawing forward of the torso. It almost feels like you're leaning back when you stack your shoulders and your ribs and your pelvis. And then the shoulders away from the ears. Rolling to the outside edges of your feet. Trying not to put more pressure on the base of your big toe than your pinky toe. Evening out that pressure. Finding those subtleties that exist in this Warrior One. And how quick it is to lose just one of those little pieces. And then inhale, straighten your left leg, reach those arms up, lift your sternum and your gaze. Exhale your hands to your hips. We'll stand here, leg is straight. Right leg is straight, left leg is straight. Body is squared up to the front of the mat. Take a big breath in. Exhale, bend that left knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale. Out through the mouth or the nose, your choice. Keep pressing to the outside edge of that right foot. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. This time, bring your arms up to inhale, straighten. Okay, we're gonna go into a standing split. So exhale, bend. The hands come to the floor out in front of you. And that right leg lifts its way off of the mat, pointing your toes, dropping your head, straightening your legs as much as your body will physically let you. My quadriceps says, hey, let's bend just a little bit. And then as you exhale, we're going to take it to achieve a squat. So that right knee is going to come to the back of the left knee. And you're going to squat. Low belly pulled in. Lift your head slightly. Hold it here. Inhale back to your standing splits. And then we're going to lower to a high lunge. So softly step. As you bend your left knee, softly step that right foot back to a high lunge. Core pulled in strong and tight. Inhale, arms up to the ceiling. Woo, I got a lot of wiggle about me tonight. Exhale, interlace those fingers back behind your back. Chest expansion. Squeeze those palms together. Breathe. Hold it here. Find your focus. Press into the pinky toe and the big toe. Engage that right glute a little bit. Exhale, soften those arms. Inhale them back up to the ceiling. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step back to downward facing dog. And yes, pedal those heels. Pedal those heels. Take your time. Feel the body. Breathe deep. One more breath. Good. And then take those insides of your elbows. And I like to make big grand gestures sometimes when I make moves. So I kind of take my elbows out and then I draw the inside of my elbows forward. And then inhale, bring your gaze up to your thumbs, and exhale, travel to the front of your mat. Actively plant your feet, actively plant the palms of your hands. Arms as straight as you can get them, legs as straight as you can get them. Hold it right here. Low belly draws into the spine. Inhale, slide up to those fingertips. Keep your core strong and tight. We're going to circle sweep our arms up to the ceiling. So inhale, arms come out to the side. Inhale, sweep. Interlace those fingers. Exhale, hinge to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, hinge to the right. Inhale, center, big reach. Separate your hands, lift sternum and gaze. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. All the way, all the way. Let your head go. It's the last part. It's the piece we want to hold up. We want to look up. We want to keep that intensity in our neck. See if you can let it go for a moment. Shake it no and shake it yes. And then on your next inhale, let's take our left foot back into that warrior one. Okay, give yourself time. Set yourself up. Give yourself that foundation first, right? Isn't that kind of the story of life? Take your time. Give yourself that foundation. You can rise from there at any point. Solid in your foundation. Inhale, arms up. So much of my practice of yoga is things I take off the mat. I want my foundation to be solid. I can't have a great pose if I don't have a good solid foundation, if I don't have my feet on the earth or that lower part of me grounded. Boy, oh boy, that's a lesson I will probably forever try to learn. Hold it here. Find those little nuances. Tailbone towards the floor, knee bent. Stay over your pelvis. Big deep breath. Shoulders away from the ears. Exhale your hands to your hips. Everything should be squared up with that short edge of your mat. Inhale, straighten your right leg. Hold it here. Find your breath. Feel your body underneath you. Feel those hips. Feel the lower back and the pelvis. What's happening in here? Feel your sternum. Are you flaring your ribs? I love to flare my ribs. I think it's just like that back bending in me. So keep those ribs knitted together. Stand up tall. Exhale, bend your right knee. You can keep that ujjayi breath, keeping those lips zipped and breathing out through the nose. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Pay attention to all those little nuances. Good. Inhale, reach your arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, bend that right knee. We're heading to standing splits, okay? Exhale, hands to the floor. Reach out in front of you. Slide that left foot off of your mat. Straighten your right leg and reach. Hold it here. On your next exhale, bend that left knee, take it into that Shiva squat. Oh, lift your head a little bit, lift your chest, hold it here. There are days where the hips love this squat. Good, inhale, take it back up to that standing splits. And then ever so softly, we're going to touch down into that high lunge. So exhale, take those left toes to the earth. Inhale, arms up to the ceiling. Whoo, I got a lot of wiggle. Exhale, cactus arms. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Draw that low belly in. Find your focus. Engage that left glute a little bit if you'd like. Breathe here. Good. Inhale, reach your arms up to the ceiling. Keep that right knee bent. Exhale, hands to the earth. Back to downward facing dog. Maybe there's a moment where you shake out your legs. Some popping going on. Inhale, lift high on your toes, and exhale, heels towards the earth. Move your head. Inhale, high on your toes. Exhale, heels to the earth. The next time we're going to roll it up to plank. So inhale, high on your toes, and roll it forward to plank. Hello, plank. Let's step those feet in a little bit and take your left toes on top of your right heel. Press your body forward. Press it back. Careful with that right knee. Soft bend of that right knee. Press it forward. Press it back. One more time. Forward and back. Go ahead and set that left foot to the floor. Roll it back to downward facing dog. Shake out your legs, your arms, whatever your body needs. Big breath in. Open mouth, side out. Inhale high on those toes, back to your plank again. Walk your feet in, take your right foot on top of your left. Inhale forward. Exhale, press it back. Soft bend to that left knee. Inhale forward, core is strong and tight, yeah? Exhale back. One more time. Inhale forward. Woo! Exhale it back. Back to downward facing dog. Oh, big open mouth, side out. Inhale, look up to your thumbs, and exhale, travel to the front of your mat. Good, get your feet where you like them. Plant the palms of your hands to the earth. Straighten your arms underneath you. Exhale all the way out. Inhale, slide up so where the middle fingertips touch the mat. And then this time we're going to plant those hands again. And we're going to inhale and step that right foot back into a high lunge. Okay? Inhale, arms up to the ceiling. Woo! That's some wiggle. Hold it. Exhale, take your left hand, bring it back behind you, twist it. Inhale, bring that left arm forward again, high lunge. Exhale, left hand drops, comes back behind you, twist it. Inhale, left arm comes up, high lunge. Couple more, really actively scissor those inner thighs together as you twist. Exhale, left hand down and open, twist. Inhale back. Last one, exhale, left hand comes down and twist. Hold it right here. Draw your low belly into your spine. Turn your palms to face the way that your head is facing. Squeeze that back left leg. Scissor those thighs together. Good. Left hand comes forward. Inhale, arms up, big reach, crescent lunge. Oh. Exhale, knee lowers to the earth. Oh, yeah. And so do the hands. Top of the foot to the mat. Shift your weight back. Reach those glutes back towards your heels. Lift those toes. So I have found, this has nothing to do with yoga. This is just has to do with the video. I got one of those light things so that it makes, the room a better color. But I can't look at it. It's like looking into the sun. It's all I see after I look away. So I have found that I've really started to avoid looking at you guys because that light is there. So if you're like, God, she's not even looking at the camera, that's why. I'll have to come up with some sort of solution to that. Okay, enough being said of that. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, see if you can let that chest drop to the floor without a big round of your back. Okay, reach those collarbones forward. Oh, breathe here. Can you settle? Can you find a softness? Can you get a little lower? And breathe. Move through your head and your neck. Make sure that you're not keeping tension in the jaw. And then inhale, we'll shift our weight forward. Back to that lunge. Go ahead and plant your right hand directly under your shoulder. Exhale your left arm up to the ceiling. One of my favorite poses. I see it in a lot of my videos. I just love the feeling of it. Okay, let's challenge ourselves a little bit. Curl those right toes under. Don't curl the left toes under. And inhale, lift your knee. Oh yeah, we're not done. All right, core strong and tight. Inhale, lift up into that twist. Woo! Let's reverse it. Take your left hand to your right back leg. Inhale, right arm up to the ceiling. Low belly pulled in tight. Lift. Hold it. Stretch. Back to that twist. Back to your lunge. Yes, exhale, hands to the floor. Back to downward facing dog. Woo, shake out that leg. Shift and move however you need to. Big breath in, open mouth, side out. Beautiful. Inhale, bring your gaze up to the front of your mat. And exhale, travel to the front. Plant your palms, arms straight. Inhale, slide up to those fingertips. Exhale, hands come back down to the earth. Inhale, step your left foot back into a lunge. High lunge, okay? Inhale, arms up. High lunge. I think I remember everything we did on the other side. I apologize if I leave something out. Big breath in. As you exhale, drop that right hand down, twist it, open it to the right. Good. Inhale, come back. Exhale, twist. Inhale back. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last one, exhale. Good. Inhale. Hold it here, big deep breath. Exhale, hands to the earth. Left knee to the earth. Top of the foot to the mat. I'm sure I forgot something. Shift your weight back. Lift those right toes. So I'll stay here extra long. If I forgot something and you remember what it was and you really want to do it, take the time. If I didn't forget anything, then just stay here with me. And we'll stretch. Toes pulling back. Leg is straight. You can stay up as high or as low as you want. Okay? You take this pose to where it feels right to you. Shining that chest forward, opening those collarbones, reaching forward, breathing deep. Connect. Breathe. One more breath. Good. On that next inhale, bring it forward. Okay, plant your left hand directly under that left shoulder. Inhale, right arm up to the ceiling. Keep that right leg drawing in. Reach and breathe. Keep breathing. One more breath. Good. Inhale, curl that toe under, lift that left knee, rise up. Good. Big deep breath in. Exhale, take your right hand to that left leg, left arm reaches up to the ceiling. Keep those thighs scissored in. Breathe here. Good, hold it. One more breath. And as you exhale, we're going to take that right hand, and then as you inhale, bring it up. Okay, then we're going to add a little bit here. So let's exhale, take our hands to the floor, out in front of you. Take your left leg now and bring it to the outside of that right leg. Go ahead and shift your hands over to the right a little bit. So now we are in a cross-legged forward fold. And maybe use blocks or a table or a chair if it's really far down to the floor. Actively keep your feet pressing into the earth. Don't let them roll to the outside edges. That's easy to do. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Let your head go. Exhale all the way out. Good. Inhale, look up just a little bit. Give yourself some room. Slide your left leg out and just go ahead and slide that right leg over. Okay? So obviously a little different move than what we just did, but gives us the same end result. Squeeze those legs together. Let your head drop. Find your breath. Actively press your feet to the earth. Low belly pulls in. Last breath. Inhale, bring your gaze forward slightly. Plant your hands, slide that right foot out from behind the left. Go ahead and shift yourself back to the center of your mat. We're going to heel toe our feet out a bit, preparing for a Buddha squat. So you take your feet out to where it feels good to you. Lower those glutes down. Maybe you can lift your chest. Okay. Maybe not. I want you to be really careful here. Come out of it when you need to. This is a challenging pose for hips and shins and knees. And probably all of the above. So I may continue farther than you're ever comfortable going, and please respect that, as I totally respect that. You may have your squat up really high, which is great. Maybe you need blocks or a chair. Any sort of movement that you can find to get some increased mobility in those knees and those hips is awesome. Okay, so I'm going to stay down low. And then I'm going to start to move a little bit. So I'm going to keep my feet planted, but I'm going to just shift my weight over to my right foot, and my left foot, and my right foot, and my left foot. Then I'm going to start to move a little bit more. Lift that right heel and twist a little bit and come back. Lift that left heel and twist just a tiny bit. And again, I beg you to honor your body. Listen to the inner talkings, the inner knowings that your body is saying to you. It's so wise. And it may be saying, don't do that. And then come back to center. Plant your hands to the earth. Step back to a plank pose. Yep, shake out those legs a little bit. Let's roll it over onto side plank, roll over onto the left hand, left leg. You can stack your feet. You can put one foot in front of the other. You can take that left knee to the earth. Okay? You can fall over backwards, as long as you don't have anything you're slamming into. See if you can tent that left hand just a little bit. Try to get out of your wrist a tiny bit. Squeeze everything together. And then exhale, plank. Roll it over onto the right. Stack those feet if you'd like. Left arm reaches up to the ceiling. Breathe. Low belly pulled in. Actively push the floor away from you. Rise up out of that right arm. Exhale, plank. Hold it here, breathe. Stay with me. Find your strength. Find your focus. Let that breath go. Press up out of the floor a little bit more. Lift up out of those shoulder blades. We're almost there. Exhale up and back, downward facing dog. Even though you probably desperately wanted to go all the way to the floor, pedal out your heels. Take a big breath in. Exhale, let your knees come to the earth. Tops of the feet to the mat. Bring your glutes back to your heels. Hero's pose. Sit up nice and tall. One hand to your belly. One hand to your chest. Breathe deep. Slow exhale out. Inhale. Slow exhale out. And again, inhale. Slow exhale out. Good. Inhale, arms up to the ceiling. Lift your sternum and your gaze. And then exhale to all fours. Okay, couple cross the body funky moves tonight. Okay, first one of my all-time favorites. Use this all the time because I love it. You're going to take your left leg back, slide it over to the right, plant your toes down onto the floor, look over your right shoulder back at your toes. Breathe. And then what you're going to do here, as you exhale, I just want you to drop your knee down to the floor. Top of the foot to the mat. And then press yourself back to a child's pose. Go ahead and let that right knee lift way up off of the earth. It's fine. And then we're going to keep going. So I have officially gone all the way off my mat. You probably won't even be able to see me. All the way so that your knees are stacked on top of each other in cow face pose. Okay, this is, again, I'm not the best at modeling this, so I apologize if you're kind of like, I'm not sure what she's even trying to do there. What I'm trying to do is stack my knees on top of each other, and my right foot pulls back and my left foot pulls back. Okay, and you can stay right here. This might be it for me tonight. I want to cue a little bit farther though, because I know that there's a lot of you out there that can go farther. So I'm going to do my best. Here we go. Hopefully you can see me and I'm not way off my mat. Take your right arm up to the ceiling. Reach back for your spine. Take your left hand back behind you. Let's see here. Let me move a little bit here. Okay. Okay. Left hand back behind you so that you're trying to reach towards those right fingertips with your left hand. Sit up tall. Cow face pose. Breathe. One more breath. Good. As you exhale, softly let that left hand go first. Then your right hand go. And I need a little push. Maybe you don't need to. Maybe you can rock it forward and get back onto your hands. I'm just going to give myself a little push. Taking it back. Sliding that left leg out. And bringing it to all fours. Woo! Shake it out a little bit. Okay, I'm going to turn around. All right, let's take it to the other side now, okay? So take your right leg back, up and over to the left. Look over your left shoulder at those toes. Breathe here. Find that stretch and that sensation in your body. Good. And then as you exhale, go ahead and lower that right knee to the earth, top of the foot to the mat. Start to shift yourself back. Go ahead and let that left knee lift. And then if you're feeling safe, we'll just keep going all the way back onto those glutes. Whew. Into cow face pose on the other side. I'm going to shift forward a little bit. Okay, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, that left arm comes up and touches your spine this time. Right arm comes around. Hold it here. Now to be fair, I think I'm doing it wrong. Don't you love that? That's just great. Love it when the person that is teaching the class does it wrong. So ultimately, this is just what we're going to do this time. And we're going to just find the love in it. But I think it should be the opposite arm up, so you have that balance. Makes me feel why I'm so off balance. Or maybe I'm just trying to come up with a reason why I feel so off balance. But you know what, either way, it's fine. So that left hand touching the spine and your right arm's reaching up your spine to your left hand. Hold it here, lift up tall, breathe deep. Hold it and breathe. And one more breath. And then exhale, let that right arm go and that left arm go. So I really think if you're ever going to do this again on your own, if your left leg is on top, then your right arm is high. Okay? Just for next time. Sorry about that. All right, let's unwind ourselves. Oh, you know, you'd think after 10 years, but no. All right, take those legs straight and start to shake them out. Shake them, shake them, shake them. You can put your hands to the floor. You can hit those heels. You can stomp your feet. Just shake, little shakes. And then let's go ahead and start to take those feet left to right. They can whack each other. You can take them farther apart so they don't hit each other. Whatever works. Whatever you feel works best for your body. Good. And then begin to find stillness. Legs straight out in front of you. Move those skins off your sits bones. Sit up tall. Let's place our hands in our lap. Feet are flexed. Toes are pulling back. Hands, palms up. If you're needing some inspiration, some receiving energy. Hands down, palms planted on your thighs if you've been up in the ethers and you need to ground a little bit today. Either one, I'm always up for a little receiving. Although my family would say I probably need some grounding. Come to your breath. One more breath. And as you exhale, if your eyes are closed, go ahead and slowly open your eyes. Bring your hands down, shift your glutes forward just a little bit. Legs can stay straight or knees can bend. Lower yourself onto your mat or we can roll it down. Arms reach out in front of you. I turn my palms up, totally up to you. Draw your low belly in, strong core. Exhale, create that C shape with your body. And roll it down. I like to tuck my chin into my chest. Back of my neck is long. Maybe you pause for a moment. Lower a little bit more. Pause for a moment. Lower a little bit more. Pause. And then eventually all the way to the earth. Taking up space on your mat. Taking a big breath in. Open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. And again, big breath in. Open mouth, sigh it out. Walk your shoulder blades down your back a bit. Find length in your neck. Maybe rock your head to the left and rock your head to the right. And then come back to center. Let your eyes close. Give all of your body to the earth. Let it be heavy. Allow your face to soften. Let your tongue drop off the roof of your mouth or move away from the roof of your mouth. Relax your jaw and your eyes. Maybe even bring a little bit of a smile to your eyes. If you ever notice, if you bring a little smile to your eyes, it makes space in between your eyebrows, softens your forehead. Relax here. I'm going to read you just a couple things from a woman named Phoebe Gainsworthy. I'm probably saying that wrong. Garnsworthy. Phoebe Garnsworthy. Let your breath be easy. Don't force anything. This is called Limitless. Close your eyes and come into your heart center. This is where you will draw your strength. Here is where you will see your divine light. And when you are lonely, all it takes is a moment of breath and the stillness of mind to remind you of the truth that you are and always have been a divine creation of the universe. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. Breathe into that heart center. See a light begin to appear there. Maybe it's white, maybe it's gold, maybe it's purple, maybe it's green. It's whatever color you see. That light begins to shine brighter with every round of breath. Begins to warm your whole body. Connecting you to Source. Connecting you to each other. And connecting you even deeper to yourself. Breathe into that light. Let it take over your whole body, the whole room. Let it shine. Slowly begin to wiggle your toes and move your fingers in that warmth, that nurturing of that light. Let it fill every cell, every vein, every artery, every muscle and tendon and ligament. Allow it to fill your whole body. Reach those arms up overhead, full body stretch. And exhale, gently roll over onto your side, coming into the fetal position. Staying in that light. With every breath, it grows brighter. Slowly begin to open your eyes, bring yourself back to the room, and even though you may not be able to physically see that light, know and trust that it is there, connecting you always. And once you have brought yourself to a comfortable seat, take those arms out wide, sealing up this practice tonight. Palms come together down to your heart center, back down to where that light began. And as customary in tradition, and so true, the divine light in me honors, loves, and totally respects the divine light in you. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.